So what do they call you?
They call me brother.
What are you incarcerated for, sir, and how long is your sentence?
I'm incarcerated for first-degree murder, robbery, gang enhancements, uh, and my sentence was they gave me life without parole, 156 to life, and 17 years.
And where are you from right here on the street, sir?
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I'm from a gang. I'm a bulldog gang. I was a bulldog gang member, and I was from the street called Bond Street. And my moniker when I was running the streets was Little Demon.
And just to be for sure, and you're talking out there from the city of Fresno, correct?
Yeah, Fresno, California, Central Cali, 559.
You know, that's another city that to me is it seems like it's a calm city. It almost seems like it's a peaceful city, like similar cities and surrounding communities, but it is entirely different. It's everything but that, man. It's very wild in Fresno, man. A lot of murder is happening, man, in the city of Fresno.
Yeah, out there in Fresno, that's gangland. You got people out there from every group segment, from Norteños to Bulldogs to Sureños. I mean, you name it, Crips, Bloods, every Asian gang you can think of. You got Latin Kings out there now. I mean, it's gangland out there.
Do Bulldogs go at it with other Bulldog sets or cliques? Or are you guys all one?
Oh, yeah. Nah, so I mean, in the prison system, Bulldogs are all for one and one for all. But out in the streets, man, it's a whole nother story. You got so many Bulldogs cliques. You can similarize it to just take East LA and all the Southside gangs they got down there, and just in LA alone, how they all war amongst each others for turf, things like that. It's the same thing in Fresno with the Bulldog gangs. It's a big Central California gang, and you got Bond Street, Louis Street, Callaway, College, North Side, East Side, West Side, Sunset. And then you got all the surrounding cities that have their own other Bulldog gangs too. It's a big thing out there. Yeah, they definitely funk amongst each other, with each other, and against each other.
May I ask what your street, do they funk with anybody?
Yeah, our biggest enemy, when I was out there, I've been incarcerated 17 years now. We used to go out of Lewis Street a lot. We had a lot of problems with them over differences and things that happen, And it's crazy because most of us all grew up going to the same middle school, elementary school, and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely one of our worst enemies is Lewis Street and Bond Street.
And just to be clear, man, how far are these streets from each other?
A couple city blocks. Just over the other side of the freeway where the school's at, and it's just, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes apart, walking distance.
And may I ask, what are these differences? What was it that happened? Where did the conflict initiate?
Believe it or not, all that conflict started over over one female, and I won't say more than that, but it stems from over a female, not romantically, but over something that female had did, and somebody did something to that, and then blah blah blah, and then it turned into a big mess.
And there's been Unfortunately, there's been some lives that have been lost behind this.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple lives lost behind this. Definitely, definitely a lot of violence between each other.
What was it that got you involved with them to begin with?
Also, you know, just uh, just being acquainted with certain people. You know, you grew up and then that you know growing up with, you get just just simply by the people that you hung out with is usually where you end up being from. You know. Okay, so I had got out of I paroled from the California Youth Authority in 2007, and I was out I was out about 5 months when I caught this murder case. But in between those 5 months, I paroled out to Fresno, California, out of uh, Stockton, out of the city of Stockton, where they got the youth authorities at. And at that time, I wasn't getting no assistance from my parole agent. Like, matter of fact, the parole office is the whole roof caved in, so we didn't even have a parole office to report to. So we was kind of just running wild out there with no parole agent. Everything was, you just call, talk to your PO, and that was your check-in. You didn't have to appear physically. So at that time, I was heavily into crystal meth. I was dealing drugs. I was packing guns, chilling with the homies, and just right back into the same cycle that I was in before, that I had been in since I was 12 years old. Um, you know, it was no rhyme or reason to it. It's just, it's just what it was. It's just flow, bam, right there with the homies. I feel that I was just doing what I was accustomed to doing, and that's packing heat, selling drugs, using drugs, living that fast life in the streets. And that's what I was doing.
On this day, what was it that happened? You woke up. Where did you go? How did you encounter these people? What was it that happened, sir?
Okay, so on this very day, uh, I didn't wake up. I had been up for I don't know some days. Uh, I had been up for some days, and I was chilling at this party, and I just can't recall like you know, chilling. People are there's some girls and some guys, and I'm chilling with this one girl, and I'm like, you know what, we need to score some dope, right? So because everything's running out, it's like 6 in the morning, everything's running out. Actually, it was earlier. It was like it wasn't even. I take that back. It wasn't 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning is when we got back to the house. But it was early. I can't really remember exactly the times, but it was early, and it was still dark.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Hey, you want to take a. So it came to the point where we were a lot of dope. It was early morning hours, and my phone was tripping. So I asked this, one of my co-defendants, which was she was my Sancha at the time, like a girl that I was messing with on the side, or you know, and her name was cute, and I asked this girl, let me use her phone, and I noticed that she had a contact in there, which was another drug dealer that I knew that had done me dirty on a dope deal in the past. Her and her dude had done me dirty, so I said, "Hey, I asked her, how you know these people right there?" It was a dude and it was a woman and a guy that sold dope named Regina, and I don't even know her dude. I never dealt with her dude, but it was always her. But they sold dope, and she was, oh, whoop, I know her from selling drugs, and I've been around her, whatever, whatnot. I said, well, can you get me in contact with her? And she was like, yeah. So I was like, cool. So bam, I told the homies on the side, I say, hey, look, remember that girl, whatever, that did us dirty, whatever, like that. And they were like, yeah. I said, well, look, we can go get our payback right now. It's her and her dude at the apartment. So I tell a girl, she don't know nothing, she don't know what's going on, but I tell her, hey, can you set us up a deal? When the cops like a quarter ounce dope off her or something. She was like, yeah, for sure, cool. So, bam, we get in the car and we start going over there. And I sent her in there. I said, hey, look, I just tell her straight up, this is the homegirl I'm messing with at the time. She's supposed to be loyal to me. I said, look, I'm gonna rob this dope connection right now because they had done me dirty in the past on a drug deal. So I'm just letting you know. So get us in the house, and then I'll take it from there. So I sent her over there, and she tells me that it's her and her dude in the house. I'm like, all right, cool, it's just them. She's like, yeah. Like, nobody else is there. He's like, nah.
This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So I said, I'm gonna knock on the door right now. So I knocked on the door, and she opened the door. I told her to go out to the truck. She goes out to the truck. Me and my homie, I'm gonna leave his name out, but me and my homie, I just say M. Me and my homie M, we go into the apartment, and basically we start robbing them. What I mean by laying down is we control the situation. We got their hands up, blah, blah, blah. The dude's on the bed. She's sitting in the chair. And we started searching through the thing, and I'm like, where's the dope at? They're like, we don't got no dope. We don't got no dope. I'm like, oh, where's the money at? And she was like, there ain't no money. I said, look, man, this is dope and money. Where's it at? One or the other. It's got to be here. And the homie gets a hunch. She's like, look, I'm going to go out and search the car. I said, I got him at gunpoint, don't trip. Well, when the homie goes out to search the car, everything just went bad. And this is all on me because, he's not the president in the room. I'm the one that's in the room. And I got the gun. And I got him at gunpoint. Well, for some odd reason, this lady, Regina, she tries to grab the gun and pull it down. And dude starts getting up, so I pop it, shoot her in the hip. And I instantly pull the gun towards him and pop two off of him. Boom, boom. And after that, I don't know what happened. I just started shooting crazy. Boom, 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 throughout the whole house. And I just throw the gun over my head and take off running out the door. And that's what happened inside that thing. So all of this happened basically over the need to fill my drug habit, my need to use more crystal methamphetamine at that moment. And it went horribly wrong. Like, it wasn't supposed to be, no one was supposed to die, no one was supposed to have to get shot. But it was a terrible Man, I still sit here to this day and think like, how did they end up like that? You know? And to me, it all boils down to uh, fear, man. I guess at that moment, I felt like, man, if I can't let them get this gun, they're gonna kill me. So I just started shooting.
How did you get caught, sir?
Because when we were out the alley, for some reason, my homeboy had a bright idea to take off with the car, you know. But in hindsight, he didn't know that because I had just shot all kind of crazy in this house. He just thought that we were going to get off with the car and that was it. He didn't know nobody had got shot. So we take off with the car and we pull up to this house that we were at. The lady comes out and she's like, "Oh, Regina and Gabriel's here." And they're like, I'm like, what the fuck? So that's basically how.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Because people seen us with the victim's car, and that's how they got on our trail. And because when they started flashing on the news, the word got out there that one of the victims in the robbery had actually died. People started saying that they didn't know us, but they knew the girl that set the whole thing up. And then because of her, that's how they started putting our face out there. So ultimately, people snitching is what led to our arrest.
How did you get arrested? Where was it at?
So I got arrested in Fresno, California. Man, they had some good tactics back then. So my cell phone is actually how they caught me. I got arrested right outside my mom's apartment complex because this Jaime that I knew, she was like, "Hey, I know what's going on, fool. I know that you're on the run. You want someone to come hide out? Come through." I said, "All right, cool." So I go over there, but when I get over there, I turned down the wrong street. But when I look to the other street, I see like helicopter cars. So I'm like, hey, the further street that you want me to turn down, there's helicopters on that street. She goes, "Oh, they're right there messing with some blacks." And I'm like, all right. Ditched them. But my cell phone, they're tracking me to my cell phone, so they get the general area where I'm at now. And there's just cops everywhere. I couldn't, my cell phone is what did me in.
How now that you've had time to reflect, man, how does this weigh on you now?
Oh man. I mean, today in this time, like, I'd give anything to be able to go back and change the decisions that I made, to the first thing I would do, man, I would have demanded, I'm filled with so much remorse, honestly. Like, not just for the victim, the victim of my case, the direct victim, like the person that died. I mean, I feel remorse for the family and all that. It's just like, that life's gone. You can't get it back, So it's like, but I look at, my children, man, the victim's children, both of the victim's children. Man, it's just, I'd give anything to go back and change the outcomes of that night, or that early morning. I'd give anything, man, to be able to go back. Because today, I understand the meaning of remorse, the meaning of love, of forgiveness, of, that this kind of time will teach you something. I mean, it's a hopeless situation, It leaves you hopeless, depressed, hurt, confused, just, at times you just, you don't even feel like living, man. You feel like your life's just worthless, That's the best way to describe it, just worthless, like I'm just a worthless person. It really does make you feel that way a lot of times. Well, I'm going to tell you like this, man. At the end of the day, although it may seem cool right now, you might have the ladies, everybody thinking you're the down homie, and, you're doing your thing, and everybody's there, you got the big pockets, But when it's all said and done, bro, it's just going to be you and your family in that cell. All your homework on the streets, they ain't going to be the ones sending you money. They're going to be the ones trying to hit your girl while you're locked up. So, the best advice I could give you, a young person, someone that ain't been caught for what they're doing, is get out while you can, man, because once you get snatched, life as you know it's over. And all them homies that you out there ripping and running the streets with, they ain't gonna be there. I'm gonna leave a testimony to it. Not one of my homeboys, not even my close homeboys. Things I grew up with are here for me. They ain't buying me no packages. They ain't doing nothing. My family is. Your family is the ones that love you, man. That's the real love. Those are the people that help you. Those are the people that are going to be here for you. It ain't working no more, man. Prison ain't what it is, man. I sit back and I try to think, how did I ever think any of this shit was cool? And I can't even come up with an answer, man, or any logistic reason I ever thought using drugs, being from a gang, running with a pistol. I can't remember how I came to any conclusion that was cool. Because it ain't cool in the end, man. When you're 40 years old, you've been down 17 years. It ain't cool, bro. It's not what it is, man. Because at the end of the day, you came into prison by yourself, and you're going to leave this place by yourself, whether it be in a pine casket or on your release date. Them dudes ain't going to be doing that time with you. Trust and believe that. That girl you got that you're trying to impress, If she's with you because of that, she ain't gonna be here when you get locked up, bro. Trust me. The living testimony. Matter of fact, that's something that I didn't really mention too in my throughout the interview is in 2015, my wife she committed suicide, man. My wife from the streets, my kid's mom, she committed suicide.
I'm terribly sorry to hear that, man. I can only imagine how that has affected
Yeah, that
you and
was
your kids.
yeah, you know what, I heard more for the kids than I heard for myself. She already done ran off and left me, but I just think, like, how could she do that to the kids, man? It still ripped me up, man, because I loved her, but, man, just saying, those are things you got to deal with in prison. You can't be there, I dread the day, my mom passes away. If I'm in here, damn, bro. Think about that, man. How you deal with that? Can't go to a funeral? Damn.
I want to go ahead and say thank you, man. Thank you for allowing me to be able to share your story, man, and giving us a piece of your mind. And I wish you a lot of luck, man. Keep your head up, bro. I personally know of an individual who was sentenced to a life without the possibility of parole for a double homicide. He has now just recently somehow went through the courts, went through some appeals. I don't know how he did it, but now it's a life
Yeah.
sentence. Now the LWAP came off, so now he does have a chance to go home, man. And as you know, they're letting so many lifers going. They're letting a lot of lifers out now, man. So keep your head up, man. Stay out the way, bro. And you never know, man, what might just happen in these next few years.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for something good to